Hey guys, this is the Sergeant 04 here. Come back for another Modern Warfare video. I just unlocked the SKS a few hours ago and I thought I'd just give you a little my first impressions on the gun. I played a couple of games just to get used to it before I made this, and so far from what I've seen, it's not a bad gun.
Enemy incoming. Weapons ready.
I'm not sure how well I can do this because I'm not really a marksman kind of guy, but I'll give it a go. As you see already, I've already tried to unlock any first sight, and put it on there as quick as possible. Don't mind the sights; they're interesting, but I find at longer range they're not the easiest to use. I do like the mag sizes that the SKS has, however. It is a lot nicer than the EBR, which is basically what this is. It's just a copy of an EBR. Obviously, it's not a copy, but from how it feels and how to use it, it feels as if more like a replacement, to be honest. It does decent damage. Again, it is like a 2-shot, 1-shot head, 2-shot anywhere else. It's got a nice 20-round mag size, and to be honest, it feels nice to shoot as well. It's different. It's smoother.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy at the shanty town.
Yeah, the gun is good, but I think you definitely need to unlock things like a certain sight for it, because range just it isn't good to start with. The iron sights are not as nice like the EBR was. Even though no one used it, it was clear. It was still clear enough to see at different ranges. It's a nice sight. I do like the look of this sight, but the look of it isn't going to help you when you get into a battle.
We're halfway there. Keep going.
Also, as you can see here, me dying a lot, this is not a roaming gun. This is not a fast-paced gun. Another one of the reasons why I don't use marksman rifles, because to be honest, none of them are, and I roam a lot. I can't camp, I can't sit in one spot. Sometimes I may have to for search, but so I prefer rushing into it.
Dropping there. Easy bomb.
I'm not quite sure 100% on the EBR's mags,
UAV overhead.
but I do like the standard 20 distance carries. I think, I'm not 100% sure, I could be wrong with this, but I think it is the biggest amount for a mag a standard marksman is carrying, and that means you don't have to reload as much as marksmen. They're not the longest, like that's an LMG, but it takes a while, especially when you're already in combat and trying to get the kills. And I find you would much prefer to have an FMJ on this marksman perk rather than sleight of hand. So it is a lot nicer to have that 20-round mag standard piece. I think overall the gun is pretty good. It's got a
Handle
nice
yourselves
recoil.
well.
It's not
Report to brief.
as bad as the EBR. Like, if you were trying to snipe with the EBR, you had to make sure you got a headshot, because if not, then the recoil on the gun would just knock you. But the SKS I find is a nice overall gun. It's alright. But there are a few things I would probably change about the gun. One key thing I feel is this here. The sight, I feel like it needs to be changed. It is a key part. If you could get that high sight like that, it can help it so much. And again here, luckily what I've just unlocked, 30 round mags. Ammo, yeah, it's still got 20, but it's nice to have as much as possible. Because you will run out. It's just a matter of time, because sometimes the inaccuracy of this gun at range means you will be spraying a lot more rounds to kill someone, which is not what you really want coming into a gunfight. If you're low on rounds with this gun, you're going to lose. Another thing I found is it's not the fastest to move with, and I feel like if you got rid of that stock, it wouldn't have, because I think it is possible, I'm not sure, don't count me on this, I believe it is possible, I haven't seen yet, but I think it wouldn't affect the recoil as much, because it's still alright recoil. I think if you took it off, it'll go to like EBR style recoil, which isn't too bad. And then you've got that aim down sight speed, you've got that faster for if you choose to do faster movement. Me, I will probably try that, see how I go, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so far what I've seen is the main thing being you need to get a nice scope on it. A good scope will allow you to perform at a better speed.
Target is acquired. Stand by for danger close. Good impact. Still hot. Go on again. Cylinders down. With the infantry.
Deathmatch. You are clear to engage all threats.
I've seen a lot of people using RPGs now in multiplayer as well as Warzone now. I may have to give it a go, but it seems like the new big thing. Obviously, I don't know too much about the Warzone because I don't play Warzone. I play multiplayer for multiplayer.
Enemy at the office. Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh. Target down.
Enemy cruise missile.
Oh god, what? I clicked right, what? Okay. I'm not sure if everyone else has that issue, but whenever I click Y, it ends up... Yeah, there you go. Again, I'm clicking Y and it's knifing instead. I don't know why it does that. So yeah, I feel like this gun is nice. I feel like it'd be nicer for a ground war kind of style, this gun. If you put monolithic suppressor on it, upgrade as much damage at range as possible, put a nice scope on it, I think at least what I'm using here, 3.5 times, at least the minimum. And then I feel like you could probably use it like better than the EBR for ground war. The gun is nice, it does the same kind of damage, it has a lower recoil than the EBR, and there's a higher mag count. Obviously that's just from my opinion, I'm not 100% sure if it does, so don't take me on that.
Friendly UAV online.
Yeah, I feel like the gun overall, obviously, I'm rushing, I have it on a class, so it's not going to have everything I would want on it. It's got the knife, but I feel like this and the Renetti, which I will be bringing out an impression on the Renetti soon, possibly tomorrow. I feel as if with this and the Renetti, you could go really well if you unlock the burst and the Renetti. Work like that, I feel like this could go really well.
Enemy at the forklift. Friendly UAV online. We've taken the lead. Enemy at the office.
Reloading!
UAV ready for deployment.
Yeah, the gun's alright. Again, with the accuracy side of things, I feel like half of it, I think, maybe me,
Friendly UAV online.
is, this is my first game, to be honest. But
Enemy at the forklift. We've taken the lead.
I feel as if having, obviously I've got the little commando grip underneath mine. I feel like if you put a Merc grip on, have a Merc grip, upgrade the ammo capacity, nice sight on it, possibly a monolithic suppressor, and I feel like you've got a nice working gun there, a nice average gun.
Gotta reload!
Enemy at the smokestack.
I need targets! They're here!
Falcon 3-0. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
The aim down sights on it isn't too bad for a marksman, to be honest, like the EBR. It's alright. Like, you see the EBR, it's a very slow aim down sights. Obviously the Car 98 is, but it's alright once you put certain attachments on it, it can go very quickly. You've got the crossbow, which is probably the slowest thing, but I honestly, personally, would not count that as a marksman rifle. But the marksman rifle class is probably the best to put it. And I feel like it still hasn't topped the MK2 carbine for me. And the MK2 carbine has the smallest mag. Actually, I think it's the carbine, but it's got a small mag. Everything about it is tiny, but it's got a high damage rate, fast aim down sight speed, and low recoil. The MK2 carbine is still, I feel like, a better gun. If I was to choose between any gun, I would have to go for the MK2 carbine for a marksman, just because of its overall. So yeah, I feel like I'll give you one more game. I'll max out. I'll get 3 games in, see if I can get the best opinion for you guys as possible, as much as possible. But so far, I believe, again, same as beginning, the sight is the most important bit about the gun. You need a good sight for this gun.
Team deathmatch. You are clear to engage all threats. We're in control.
But yeah, as well as the sight, I feel like damage at range could be a key part, because it does. I've seen it slightly tire.
They're here!
Going up to higher ranges.
Under fire!
I know, that was quite ironic. I did just get beaten by an EBR talking about how it's better than EBR.
Reloading. Our enemy has the lead.
Oh my god, what on earth? Right, there we go. Yeah, I feel like the Merc grip is definitely going to be a key
Enemy
point.
counter UAV
It's
online.
just does a nice overall. It's going to increase hip accuracy just in case you get into those close combat rooms, just to give you a hand until the mag size. I think is going to be a key bit again for those long ranges. You're not going to want to run out of ammo going into them. This gun will not be able to keep you alive throughout.
I have to reload!
You will end up dying. Sight again is also really important. The sight is nice, but it's not good enough. It can be improved majorly. Barrel as well is probably going to be a key point. If you can get anything that increases damage at range, I feel like you should add it onto it. Because I have seen it kind of drop in damage going up further in. I think it was before I was recording. I think it was
Friendly UAV
a couple of
online.
games last night. I got a 3-shot kill at range. Obviously, if you get a headshot, it is still quite a lucky 1-shot like that you saw there. Yeah, I think also for the trigger speed, it is a lot faster for
Enemy
firing
personal
and
radar
low
online.
recoil than an EBR. I feel like it is destroying the EBR when it comes to skill.
Enemy
I
UAV
think
overhead.
it's just a better gun in general. I think the final bit I would say to add on to it, to make it the best you can make it, would be a non-liquid suppressor. Add that on, damage at range, sound suppression as well, so you're not going to get spotted when firing, you won't pop up on the map. Then I feel like this gun would be perfect. I wouldn't say for a multiplayer situation like this is just me showing you. I feel like, in general, it will be a good gun for ground war,
Enemy UAV overhead.
something like that. Maybe, possibly Warzone. I wouldn't go that far though. Warzone, I would say stick with an actual sniper rifle, stick with the RPG, stick with the RAM or a growl, and you're fine. But for ground war, I feel like this gun could shred. It could shred people very easily. But I feel like it won't until you get the specific attachments on it to make it be able to shred people. You've seen a lot through this. On a multiplayer situation, I can still be destroyed at range by assault rifles because the maps are never going to be big enough
Enemy counter
for this to
UAV
show
online.
its true capabilities. I'm getting beaten by M4s here and there. My aim is also destroying me. But yeah, this he's definitely going to destroy at ground war, not at multiplayer. Probably not on Warzone. It could, but I wouldn't recommend using this on Warzone. But to be honest, I don't have much bad to say about the gun.
Enemy personal radar
Apart
online.
from it's a marksman rifle. It's okay. It's nice. It is an overall good gun to use. Obviously, you've got to be able to see enemies and shoot them before they see you, which I am not doing very well lately. But it is nice. I would recommend using just having even one game just to try it out. Get to tier 31, unlock the SKS, try it out, and I feel like you would definitely enjoy using it. Because it is a nice gun. It is overall a brilliant gun to use. It does what it needs to and more. And it's a nice fire. I don't normally say this because I find they're all just average, you know, the old pod gun. It's made just to kill. It doesn't feel like anything. But this gun feels nice. It feels realistic. You hear the spring blowing back, and it's just a nice gun to shoot. And you could definitely use that to your advantage, the niceness, because it's realistic, which means you can fire it as much as you want. The bolt, you can hear your shots. I like that, and I like that, to be honest. I like the realistic of it. I like what Modern Warfare has done with these guns they've brought in. They've made them as realistic as possible. They've tried as much as they can, and they've done it good. They have done a really good job. I thank them for that. It makes playing the game, I find, a lot more fun.
We're losing. Turn it around. Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Under fire!
I always have it. I always reload, even though I'll probably use like 2 rounds. So.
Strike incoming. Take cover.
Don't shoot! Enemies here!
Over for RTV. Move out.
Yeah, I don't have much bad to say about the gun, to be honest. It's a nice gun. It is enjoyable to use. And I wouldn't trade it for an EBR. I would definitely prefer it. I've never really liked the EBR, to be honest. It's good for what it is. But it is a chore to use. It is a hassle to use, and again, it's a marksman rifle. I don't like marksman rifles, which is probably a invalid. It's probably the reason I'm saying that it's all bad. It's probably a good gun, to be honest, for people who enjoy marksman rifles. It's probably a really good gun, but for me, it doesn't hit it where I want it to. It doesn't. It's not like this, basically. Let's just say this is what the EBR could have been, but wasn't. And I feel as if the EBR would be so much better if it was made like this. Yeah, I know, they tried to make it realistic, and they did that well, but the recoil on it is absolutely insane. How could you use it at range and try to get a kill. If you don't get a headshot, you're not going to hit them. They're going to see you and kill you, basically. That's what I'm saying. Whereas with this, it's so straight. You could spam your trigger and you could get them. You could kill them on like the second or third shot. But yeah, if you're going to do anything, I feel like you need to use the Renetti with it. Which I am going to start doing, trying out. May do some search with it. And just see how nice I can make it. See how well I can do. Hopefully you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you out in deciding on what attachments to use on your SKS. If not, don't worry, but if you did, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I'm new here, and I would like to try and build up some followers at least. So yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed. This is the Sergeant, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya.